We were right. Because without a profit, there is no company.
Yes.
And without a profit, it doesn't matter how revolutionary it is. If you can't sell it, you're not going to make any money off of it.
Yep.
Hey everybody, Neil Winteregg here with Matterhorn Business Development. Welcome back to the newsroom. We have a lot to talk about today, and this is going to be a very interesting topic because I know two gentlemen who actually predicted this happening, and they happen to both be here today.
In this room.
Right now.
In this space right now. You're looking at them.
Me and CEO of Matterhorn Business Development, Dr. Greg Winteregg, are here, and we are here to talk about the Uber and Lyft IPOs, which are underperforming. And like I said, two guys back in December who had one camera and a little black cloth as a backdrop and know nothing about stocks, actually predicted that this was a bad move for these companies to actually start their IPOs.
Exactly.
So before we get into that, just be sure you like and subscribe and stay till the end because we think we're pretty smart and we want you to join in with us.
We know we're smart.
So I know that you haven't been following it as much, but I ran across this news article last night.
All right.
It was on CNBC, and I just laughed out loud when I saw it. And it says, Uber is a once-in-a-generation company, but the stock is going nowhere.
There we go.
And so Lyft actually had its IPO go before Uber. They are down 25% from when they opened. And when
Wow.
they opened, they were supposed to go up.
Yep.
Uber just started a few weeks ago, and it's down 7%. And it is also underperforming, only $45 per share. Even though the bookings are going up, quarter one was their highest ever bookings and usage, and they still can't make a profit. And the profit margins have gone down even, which means they continue to burn through cash. They continue to think that they are amazing.
Yep.
And they are a fantastic service.
Yep.
But here's what I get from all of this. And this comes back to self-driving cars. This comes back to ride sharing is going to be the new dominant force of the car market and all that stuff.
Right.
I feel like as a consumer, we are being told that this is the future, and yet nobody wants it that way.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
Absolutely. And it's one thing to be like Steve Jobs and you come up with this innovation that everybody needs, everybody wants, everybody can use.
Yep.
And he really was a trailblazer and changed life on earth. Uber isn't that.
Right.
Uber is
I
not
think
that.
that Uber has changed life in a lot of ways, but I'm not going to get rid of my car so that I can ride share.
Absolutely
Now,
not.
some people in some cities, maybe it makes sense. If my car payment is $600 a month, let's say, I could easily spend that in a week on just trying to get to work, go to the grocery store, get to the place I need to go. If I need to go and visit a client in Tampa, I'm going to spend $60 each way just to go and visit a client. That's not going to change my life from a day-to-day use. It changes your life in certain arenas. It makes it easier when you want to go out and go to dinner and get some drinks. You go, I don't have to worry about it. I can just Uber. Me and my wife did that a couple of weeks ago. But I'm not going to sit there and get rid of my car because now I have Uber.
Well, and I agree with that, but let's roll it back to the idea of profit. How in the world can this be sustainable if it doesn't make profit?
That's right.
And I forget the number, we could go online and find it, but Apple has so much money in reserves. They make so much profit.
Yes.
Right? They're not going anywhere.
No.
So when you have a company here that's trying to blaze a trail, set a trend, but they can't make a profit doing it, where's this company going? And again, it has to do with what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on market share? Are you focusing on your rate of expansion? And they're doing all of that, but they're not focusing on profit. What kind of a business do you have if it doesn't make a profit?
There is no business without a profit, and yet everybody gets sucked into this idea because of the stocks and IPOs and markets and all this other stuff. Is you're successful because you created this company, but it's like,
well, and everybody's looking
where's the exchangeability?
Well, they're looking for the next iPhone trend.
Right.
And this is not that. And you and I have talked about this before. I think most people remember the movie Minority Report.
Right.
When Lexus sponsored it and they had these tube cars and you just jump in and you got the Tom Cruise scene and he's outside and that's the future. Well, that, I don't know, maybe in 100 years, 500, that is not the next 10 years.
No.
They're
don't
not,
want it to
they're
be.
trying to create a trend
That doesn't exist.
that is swimming upstream. And at the time that they're trying to create it, they're not making any money. All they do is lose. You know, Elon Musk is trying to like really blaze a trail with the electric car, and I just saw that they lost $700 million in the first quarter of 2019. I'm like, okay, it's cool and it's nice and it's trendy and the cars are really an awesome piece of work, but it's like, at some point, the company has to make money.
Yeah, and I know people that know the stocks better than we do are going to laugh at us, and we talked about this in the Uber Valuation video.
Yep.
But we were right, because without a profit, there is no company.
Yes.
And without a profit, it doesn't matter how revolutionary it is. If you can't sell it, you're not going to make any money off of it.
Yep.
And if you're not able to sell this idea, then maybe that's not what people want.
And I just want to make this comment about Uber. All right, so I was down in Colombia last month, and I land in Tampa at midnight. The plane was actually a little bit late, so I'm looking for an Uber, and they're giving me a surge rate at 12:30 in the morning in Tampa on a Monday morning.
The bars that time of the day,
Sunday,
a surge rate, whatever.
Okay, so it's going to cost me $65 to get home, and I was going to have to wait 9 minutes. So I canceled it and went and got in a cab and rode home for $55 with a tip.
Right.
So I think what they're also trying to do now is say margins have gone down. I had a friend who took a cab, an Uber to the beach for $14, and it was $60 to get home. They start pulling those kind of stunts, but they never figured out their profit model. That's just the hugest red.
No, they haven't.
They never figured out their profit model. That's just the hugest red flag to me.
All of the money is going into these future driverless cars and self-driving Ubers and all that kind of stuff, which means that they're investing whatever little money they have plus a lot more into future stuff that, again, like I said, is I don't know if that is the future or if that needs to be the future.
I don't think it does. And I just want to make a comment about people who have invested in this. Now, in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, you and I could be sitting here looking like complete dopes because Lyft and Uber are now trading at $1,000 a share.
Right.
That's possible. I would say internally they have to figure a few things out. But I guess here's the thing, and I've said this before, trying to bank your future on an IPO or how Apple does or whatever is like, I just think that's too risky. It's like going to Las Vegas with your 401k. It's like going to Las Vegas with your retirement account and just like putting, you know, all your money in the number 8 or everything on red. It's at least 50-50. And so what I believe people should be doing rather than focusing all of their time and energy on this is like find something that you like to do and make it a business. We have a blast doing what we're doing. And rather than focus and put risk on all of that and the stock market, we totally do not play the stock market. We work hard, we earn our money, we help a lot of people. And so I think that is the better way to go. So you can make a profit doing anything as long as you're providing a service, you're pricing it right, et cetera, et cetera. So this is what I talk about in my book, Fun at Work. It's how to take something that you enjoy and create a purpose for it where it helps people solve a problem, and they will pay you money to solve that problem. Because right now, circling back around to Uber, I mean, there's obviously a limit to this, and they're not solving the problem, and they're not making any money while they're not solving the problem. There's a few people they're solving it for, but it's not going to take over the market. And there's nobody's going to go buy a Chevy anymore. Nobody's going to buy a Ford. That's what people are saying. Like that just isn't going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
For you, the small business owner that's out there, that's made it to this point of the video, just remember to keep planning for profit and planning for expansion and growth with what you have. You don't have to be spending money like Uber or Lyft or these other companies to be successful. You know, it really is not the truth for a small business.
Read my lips. Profit is king. You must make a profit. I don't care how cool your product is, how awesome it is. Are you making a profit or aren't you? That's the bottom line.
Does your product actually help people? And can you sell it? And that's going to make you successful. It's not these other things.
End of debate.
End of debate.
And they're not making profit.
No.
We'll see where it goes, but they're not making profit.
Until it starts making a profit, the stock is going to stay low. So now they have a problem because they have to figure that part out.
And lawsuits are following and all kinds
Lyft's
of,
being sued and all sorts of stuff.
Craziness.
Hold on tight. Anyway, remember, plan for profit for your business, and we'll see you next week on The Newsroom.